sponsored by Nike, too. We know Caitlyn Clark is a signee of Nike. And yeah, let's get it.
Joining us today for a special edition of New News is the 6-foot guard from Iowa. She's the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history, the first overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. She's a two-time WNBA All-Star, 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, the 2024 Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, and she is the first and now last guest of New Heights in the 2025 season.
Let's go! Look closely at what she dropped on Instagram just 2 hours before the New Heights announcement. Those quiet, behind-the-scenes photos are screaming a message the WNBA can't afford to ignore. She's courtside beside Steph Curry at a Warriors game. She's celebrating at a wedding with Lexi Hall. She's sitting on the David Letterman show. She's everywhere, except exactly where the league's marketing machine expects her to stand. Here's the uneasy reality. Caitlyn Clark is shaping her brand outside the WNBA's infrastructure. She doesn't need league media favors or carefully packaged broadcast deals. She's walking straight onto the biggest stages in sports and entertainment. And those stages keep opening doors because she brings audiences most WNBA players cannot reach.
2025 calendar year with none other than superstar WNBA basketball player Caitlyn Clark. Now, we know last time Caitlyn Clark appeared on New Height podcast, it garnered over 1 million views and was seen worldwide. It was one of the hottest interviews to kick off the 2025 year, and I'm here to tell you, to me, it's only right that they cap off the year with Caitlyn Clark hitting back.
Now, let's pause on what she quietly posted on Instagram just 2 hours before the New Heights announcement. Those behind-the-scenes images whisper a warning the WNBA should not ignore. She's shoulder-to-shoulder with Steph Curry at a Warriors game. She's smiling at a wedding with Lexi Hall. She's sitting across from David Letterman. She's everywhere, except exactly where the league's marketing department expects her to be. Here's the uneasy truth. Caitlyn Clark is constructing her brand outside the WNBA's infrastructure. She doesn't rely on league media partnerships or broadcast deals. She's stepping straight onto the biggest stages in sports and entertainment. And those stages keep welcoming her because she commands audiences most WNBA players simply can't reach today nationwide.
This is what she put out 2 hours ago. She stated 2025, you were a year, ... 2026, I welcome you with open arms. Caitlyn Clark is ecstatic about the 2026 year, and I'm happy too, man. It's a new year, new goals for everybody. And guys, be sure to set y'all some New Year goals too. This is Caitlyn Clark. Look like she, posted some behind the scenes photos.
That jersey retirement ceremony at Iowa, the All-Star Game appearance, the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year recognition. Every one of those moments pulled in more mainstream media coverage than the WNBA Finals. Let that settle for a second. A college jersey retirement ceremony drew more national attention than the league's championship series. The WNBA has a Caitlyn Clark problem, but it's not the problem they think it is. The issue isn't that she receives too much attention. The issue is that the league still hasn't figured out how to harness that attention without pushing away their existing fan base. And while they're busy trying to walk that tightrope, Caitlyn is out here locking in permanent spots on platforms that reach 50 million people.
Happy and jacked up there. I don't know who this is. Got to be family or friends or something there. This looked like jersey retirement ceremony there. Kelsey Mitchell, this was the last game here. We all remember that. This was probably on their way to a game. This is pretty dope. Because we ain't never seen these pictures. I think that's the Iowa hat. No, this probably from the David Letterman. Now, we all remember she did David Letterman, that show. This is from the Anika Golf Tournament 2025, right here. And I believe that is the last
Remember
photo
what unfolded during the 2025 season. The viewership numbers were jaw-dropping. Indiana Fever games averaged 1.2 million viewers when Caitlyn played when she sat out with that ankle injury in August. Those numbers crashed to 3. The league shattered 16 different viewership records during the season and Caitlyn was connected to 14 of them. But here's where things turned uncomfortable. While Caitlyn was fueling those numbers, a loud segment of WNBA fans and even some players bristled at the attention she received. The dark side comment from one media member, The physical play that crossed into dangerous territory. The non-stop debates over whether she earned Rookie of the Year. All of it built an atmosphere where the league's biggest star also became its most polarizing figure.
Addition of new news is the 6-foot guard from Iowa. She's the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history, the first overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. She's a two-time WNBA All-Star, 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, the 2024 Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, and she is the first and now last guest of New Heights in the 2025 season. Let's go! 92%ers, please welcome back to the show, Caitlyn Clark!
I'm back. I'm honored you guys brought me back on. I must have not have been too bad the first time.
Fast forward
Remember
to now.
what happened?
She's closing out her year with a return to new heights, and the timing feels intentional. The WNBA season wrapped in October. Free agency is largely settled. The news cycle has shifted, yet Caitlyn Clark refuses to fade by aligning herself with platforms that truly understand her value. Nike is sponsoring this episode. That's no coincidence either. Nike signed Caitlyn to an 8-year deal reportedly worth $28 million. The richest shoe contract in WNBA history. They aren't just betting on a basketball player. They're backing a cultural figure who stretches far beyond the sport itself. And they're using New Heights as the engine to keep her visible during the offseason, when most WNBA players quietly disappear from the national spotlight.
You could put the old year kind of behind you and get through it all. Only thing I'm hoping is that the team kind of stays together. You know what I'm saying? A team that we got, even Sophie, you know what I'm saying? I'm not pushing for players to leave. I want Sophie to stay. Y'all know I was a big advocate for Lexi Hall getting paid. I feel like Lexi Hall definitely deserved her money. You know, hopefully she get it, God willing. She get what she deserved. She was very instrumental in the Fever making it that far.
Look at how the creator of this video frames the narrative. He's talking about hoping the Fever roster stays intact, specifically calling out Lexi Hall as deserving her money, praising Ari Boston's impact when Caitlyn went down with that injury. He's speaking directly to the hardcore Fever fanbase that understands the game beyond just one player. But then he pivots and drops something crucial. Ari Boston might have been the most impactful signing of the 2025 season. That's a bold statement given all the offseason moves, but the proof is right there. When Caitlyn suffered that ankle sprain in early August, most people assumed the Fever's playoff hopes were done. Instead, Ari stepped up and owned the facilitator role, keeping the team alive and competitive until Caitlyn returned. That signing didn't just help, it saved their season.
Impactful signing of the 2025 season. She literally gave the team a new life. You know, with Caitlyn Clark, she filled that role. She was getting her own buckets, and she was able to facilitate the floor. Ari McDonald was the biggest signing of 2025. Get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this one. Keep them bells on. I will be back with more. And until next time, man.
Here's what this New Heights appearance truly signals. It's a power move about who controls Caitlyn Clark's story from here on out. Not the WNBA's media partners, not ESPN's WNBA coverage crew, not the league's marketing arm. Caitlyn and her inner circle are choosing exactly where she shows up and how the public sees her. That permanent invite shifts everything. It means she can step onto New Heights anytime there's something to amplify. New shoe deal, New Heights episode. Playoff run begins, New Heights episode. Contract extension, New Heights episode. She now has a direct pipeline to millions of sports fans who may never sit through a regular season WNBA game, but will absolutely tune in to hear her talk basketball, life, and pressure with the Kelsey brothers. And that's where the tension lives. The WNBA needs Caitlyn Clark more than she needs the WNBA. Her earning ceiling stretches far beyond a basketball paycheck. She's already making more through endorsements than she ever will on a court. One scroll through her Instagram shows her thriving, forming bonds with other elite athletes, pushing her brand into spaces that barely touch women's basketball. The league should be celebrating this. A rising tide lifts all boats, right? Except the WNBA has spent decades shaping a very specific culture and identity. And Caitlyn Clark's mainstream pull doesn't always fit neatly inside it. She's attracting fans who don't know the league's history, who don't feel the long fight for respect and equal pay, who just want to see her pull up from 30 feet. Some league veterans look at those fans as temporary, as bandwagon riders who vanish the moment Caitlyn walks away. And maybe they are right. But those bandwagon fans are also the force behind record television ratings, sold-out arenas, and a league that suddenly matters more to broadcast partners. That rising value feeds directly into stronger CBA negotiations, higher salary caps, and better working conditions for every player in the league. The 2026 season is shaping up to be must-watch. Caitlyn is heading into year 2 with expectations through the roof. The Fever reached the playoffs in 2025, only to be knocked out in the first round. Now they have to level up. With Kelsey Mitchell possibly walking in free agency, the weight on Caitlyn's shoulders to generate offense will be enormous. But she won't be stepping into that pressure alone. Ari Boston already proved she can be a real second option. Lexi Hall could return on a fair deal. And the coaching staff now has a full season of experience building around Caitlyn's unique skill set. The pieces are in place for a deep playoff push.
Shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out.
Here's what this new Heights appearance really represents. It's a statement about who controls Caitlyn Clark's narrative going forward.
More importantly, she holds leverage. The new Heights partnership gives her a direct line to fans, unfiltered by traditional media. If controversy erupts during the season, she can respond on her terms. If a contract dispute arises, she controls the narrative before the league ever speaks. That level of media control is unprecedented for a WNBA player. The permanent invite to new heights isn't just a milestone. It's a power move. Is Caitlyn Clark positioning herself as bigger than the league she plays in? Whether that's good or bad for women's basketball depends entirely on whether the WNBA can harness her star power without letting it eclipse everything else. As we head into 2026, the question isn't whether Caitlyn Clark will continue dominating headlines. She will. The question is whether the rest of the league can rise alongside her or if the gap between her marketability and everyone else's will only widen. Right now, she's playing a different game than everyone else, and she's winning. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the WNBA worry about one player having this much independent media power? Or is this exactly what the league needs to break into mainstream audiences? And Fever fans, what's your realistic expectation for the 2026 season? Let me know below. So hit that subscribe